To battle, packmates, and welcome back to another episode of Starfleet Command, Orion Pirates Plus One. I'm Commodore Terek of the Dreadnought Scimitar, the single-tooth lion dreadnought, the latest, greatest, and best in, well, any ship that I could ever possibly want in this game. Oh, that's not quite true. There are a couple of ships that I would prefer more, but the single-tooth lion is possibly my favorite of the Lyran Dreadnought series. It is a fantastically powerful ship. Not necessarily for its conventional armament, but because of its special weapon that the ship is half built around. Single-tooth lions are maulers. They come equipped with a gigantic fist of a weapon, and when this mauler hits something, that thing dies. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. So, without further ado, we're a little bit low on funds because we really kind of had to get really close to how much cash that we had on hand in order to buy this thing. So let's set out to make a little bit of prestige so we can actually afford a pseudo-frigate complement that actually can support this thing. Oh, I forgot to look up the pseudo-frigate list. I really need to do that because I need to know which ones are going to be the good ones. Alright, let's hit that red alert and increase speed to see exactly how much power we're doing. Quickly come in here. I do not want to sap that battery. This battery is critical. This battery charges this mauler. This mauler is the thing that kills the enemy. So let's see how much speed I can actually get out of this ship. 9. That's not terrible, actually. That's faster than we were capable of doing before. So we are equipped with no less than 4 Disruptor 4s, which means I believe they go out to a range of 49 because of that, or it might be 39. In any case, 4 Disruptor 4s, which is less than our previous ship, significantly less than our previous ship. An additional 6 Phaser 3s for close and point defense, and 6 Phaser Xs for all that nasty firepower that you desperately need to be throwing at the enemy. And then, of course, the piece de resistance of the Mauler. We're going to set the Mauler up right now on, I don't know, which hardpoint? Well, we'll set things up as normal. So disruptors will be on 2. Phasers will be, of course, on 1 because it's the most important hardpoint you can possibly have. 3 has to be our expanding sphere generators, which we use in emergency situations to attempt to stop the enemy from being able to do anything to us. And 4 is normally everything except the ESG, which I think is fine. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then, of course, the Mauler. Now, as you can see, the Mauler is currently at full charge on the battery. 60 points of energy. That is huge for a battery. Also, I don't... Oh, there he is. Aha! You're going to be our first introduction. You are an OSX. So remember the ship we fought in the last episode? He's the better version. We're going to kill him. We're going to kill him good. Let's set our expanding sphere generator out to a range of 2 to be able to handle his fighters, but I'm really not concerned about the fighters anymore. I'm going to focus everything I've got on you. Now, you'll notice we have a damage power rating. The Mauler never misses. It always hits its target. You point that thing at something, and the Mauler will kill it. Now, of course, the downside is, as you can see, this thing has an arc that is a tiny little sliver. If he's not directly in front of us, we don't get to shoot him. So we're going to have to keep that in mind. It's very important that whatever you're shooting at is directly in front. Maulers are basically siege weapons. Now, the closer he gets to us, the more damage we will deal. The damage is based on how far he is from us and how much energy is in the battery. So right now, we're looking at 60 points of energy in the battery, but we're too far away to actually really deal any damage. But this number is going to start rising. It's up to 30, so it's currently doing half power at a range of 15. Once we close to a range of 10, it will go to 60. And once we close to a little bit closer than that, wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, he's trying to stop us. He desperately wants everything to stop. 120. Yeah, now we're going to have to deal with the fighters. Oh, crap. Turn. Ow. Ow. I wanted to show off the Mauler. It didn't work. Well, it did work. The Mauler worked beautifully, as it always does. But, unfortunately, we also have to deal with his fighters. He almost died, but as you can see, we did 120 damage to him just with the Mauler alone, and then we followed up with everything else. Had he been any smaller of a ship, he'd be dead. He's not a smaller ship, so he's not dead, but it's a pretty decent amount of damage that we just dealt to him. The Mauler, of course, needs a little bit of time to charge, so it'll take about a minute or so. Not real time, but it's going to take a little while before it's actually fully ready to rock and roll again. I need more phasers. I really need to kill him before these fighters come around for another pass. So if you wouldn't mind... Oh, why didn't I think of that? Gosh darn it. That's what I forgot. Ow. ESG on. Protect me. There we go. Okay, so his fighters are dealt with. Okay. So that was closer than it needed to be. Oh, but it's okay because we're a Mauler and I don't care anymore. You're all going to die and it's going to be hilarious. Let's start fixing the ship. Oh god, let's start fixing the ship. Oh, this is a... I love this vessel. The single tooth line is just amazing. The amount of damage that it can deal is hilarious. One of the things that is entirely dependent, though, is we must charge the Mauler. And one of the things that does not happen while you're reinforcing shields, Mauler don't charge, because you're using your additional power into your shields. So now that we've taken power away from the shields, and have started shunting it into the Mauler, as you can see it's now ready to fire, with 1 point of energy, so it's not going to do any damage. But that will start to climb rapidly. Now, as you take damage to your ship, you will have a less and less effective Mauler, which, you know, not great. Because the battery power will get damaged and you need to keep your engine in relatively good condition. However, this should be more than capable of handling anything that we're going to deal with when it comes to just these couple of freighters. So we're going to steadily trundle on in here. Let's pick up speed so we're actually going to catch him, because we do actually need to get to him. But I'd like the Mauler to also be fully charged and ready to rock at maximum hilarity. Let's also come in here. I don't really need this much defense. Give more power to the Mauler. It's a very important concept. You need to give the battery as much time to charge as possible. Now, if we were to turn and fire at him, as you can see, the Mauler's charging much faster now. Yeah, if we turn to fire at him, it'll deal quite a bit of damage once we actually put him in frontal arc. So it would deal 60 damage about at this distance. We might have to get a little bit closer than that. But let them plink away. Let them do what they must. For as soon as we want to... Oh, I have pseudo-frigates. They come for free, remember. I had forgotten that. So we do have a couple of pseudo-frigates. We will have more as we improve the ship. Look how much smaller they are now. Our last ship, those pseudo-frigates were like half the size of our vessel. Not any longer. Mauler, hi. No, gotta get closer than that. Give me within a range of 5. So that I can deal maximum damage. 106. Yeah. That's what that weapon does. I love Maulers. They're the best Lyran weapon in this game. Now, apparently the Romulans invented the Maulers and so have even more powerful ones, which purely just means that they have a larger battery capacity. So I'd love to get my hands on one of those. We didn't end up doing it during our Romulan campaign because plasma torpedoes are much more flexible. They can do more things, and so we didn't end up needing it. But it is still worth thinking about. Oh, you're terrible, aren't you? You're just terrible little pseudo-frigates. How much a single destroyer? To be fair, our improved ones that we used to have, the only thing different was they had an additional disruptor. So they weren't exactly much stunningly better. As we trundle on forward. How close am I to the edge of the map? Not that close. Okay. So we're just doing a nice slow pace on forward. Get in amongst the enemy, hit them with maulers, laugh as they die. Oh, it's almost at full power too. Excellent. So we'll be able to knock him down with a really dangerous blast. Give me disruptors. No, looks like we knocked off their systems. Hi, the cargo ship H-75. Oh, they are actually getting close now. So, show me my mauler. 52 is not enough. Actually, it might be enough. It was enough. More disruptors. Disruptors are not charging. We must get closer. Can you guys actually, like, kill? That'd be super handy right about now. Like, you are designed to do this, right? That's why I pay you people. 4. Don't want to activate. Didn't mean to do that, but yeah, you can do that too. You can add that as part of your firepower. I'm not going to complain. This actually may get relatively closer than I had planned. I did this a little bit slower than I should have. More engine repairs. Mauler is ready to shoot once again as the power comes coursing into it. We do, of course, need to get close enough in order to deal a pretty significant amount of damage to it. It is a frigate, technically. An FFTX, basically one of their older frigate hulls. They had decided, okay, we don't want to just junk this hull. We got to use it for something useful. Recycling. Alright, so 4 selects all weapons, including the Mauler. And didn't quite kill him. A little bit disappointing. There we go. But the phasers. Oh, we're gonna lose this for shield, aren't we? Yeah, we did. Slow, 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 slow. That gives us even more power for our Mauler. And you know what? I'm actually going to take one of these. Activate a hold tractor beam just in case. We do want to have the ability to stop the enemy from doing annoying things. The Mauler is at 10 energy already. We're We're not yet in point-blank range. This takes a little while to actually update properly. But when it does, then you know hilarious amounts of damage are about to ensue. Of course, we are facing towards a pretty heavy forward shield. Oh, you killed him. That wasn't cool at all. Eat expanding regenerator. Last one. We'll just turn along and finish him completely off. And then we'll need to spend pretty much all the cash that we earned on this mission to repair this ship. So no more. So no more. I just really kind of want to use the Mauler as the final defeating target. We're halfway fully charged with it anyway, so we may as well use it. And slow down. Select the Mauler. Target destroy. Perfect. So yeah, that's the Mauler. And if we actually get ourselves on a mission where we can actually, do more of that kind of thing, we should have a pretty easy time of it. 376 prestige is, of course, our reward for a job well done, and we're going home for a little while. High supply yard, 93 damage. I need to stock up on other things before I worry about pseudo-frigates. Yes, pseudo-frigates are important to an extent, but I need everything else first. I don't think we have as many transporters as before. It's not super important, just something to keep in the back of your head. Alright, so we don't want INTs. 167, 180, PFL, PFE is 220. Okay. Done by that. 7 more damage. We'll keep this bay empty. Yeah, because we can't afford anything else here. Even an INT would be too expensive. But we'll check out the brand new PFEs. Maybe they'll have something amazingly cool for us to handle. A mission and a patrol. Excellent. This is the more of the sort of thing that this sort of ship is meant to do. Patrol and destroy things. And also technically like blow up space stations and stuff. The Mauler is really siege weaponry. It's not quite designed or meant to be used on one-on-one ships, I don't think. I'm fairly certain it was designed to knock out installations, not single heavy cruisers. Alright, so we are at our maximum cruising speed of a 9, and we will, of course, cycle the battery, make sure that it does not sap from it as we charge up the forward shield reinforcement, and then come in here for electronic countermeasure. That way we have ourselves fully prepared for whatever is coming. Let's not, of course, forget, set our phasers to overload so we can deal the maximum amount of damage, and we're currently squaring off against a single dreadnought, an REG. So he is a heavy dreadnought. I believe the REGs were, what, 6 fusion cannons and 4 Hellbores? If I'm remembering that right? It might be the other way around. They weren't battleship level. That's what I do remember. Set a probe. Find out exactly what we're dealing with. It's kind of funny. The 3... well, technically 5, because we have 4 expanding regenerators. 5 of our heavy weapons, of 9, don't aim. The expanding regenerators will always hit whatever actually hits them. And the Mauler never misses. So, yeah. We have a pretty fun complement of weapons. We don't need electronic countermeasure. We only need electronic countermeasure to avoid them hitting us. Oh, this is the way that ships were meant to be built. Lyrans, take note. This is how you do it properly. We are, of course, slowly trundling on in. We should probably make use of more speed as long as we have it available. Although we can get quite a bit of forward power in that shield, we should be able to siege planets fairly nicely, actually. 9 points of energy should be enough, especially for the long-range skirmishing fire that he's going to send our way. Not super concerned at all, as we'll close within range. Actually, no, I know on this, set it to 2, because I do anticipate fighter groups. I don't think it's a huge number of fighters. And... okay, so it is actually a pretty decent number of fighters. It's not going to affect what I'm doing with the Mauler. The Mauler still will fire at him. So let's start to slow down. I want more power to the forward shield. Pretty heavy reinforcement levels. So we're going to nail him, turn on the ESG, bounce him, and focus all our other weapons on the fighters as well. But the primary target, of course, must be hitting him with our Mauler, because the Mauler must deal massive damage. 120. And disruptors. And follow this up. ESG. Phaser follow-up. And... okay, phasers are gone. Or not phasers, but fighters are gone. All our weapons. If you got it. Nope, nothing. So we did 120 damage, hit his shield. Managed to punch through with 88. And then we followed up with another 12 damage with the disruptors. So in total, we managed to cause 100 damage to the direct hull. That's significant by any tally. So we'll start pulling away now at this point. We are going to cut away any sort of shield reinforcement because I'm not reinforcing the forward shield anyway. Dump a mine, give ourselves just a little bit of distance on him. And I also want to go down to 4. And the main reason, of course, being we need to recharge the battery. Our Mauler is a very significant amount of our firepower. And without it, well, we're basically heavy cruiser level. We've got 4 ESGs and 4 disruptors. With the Mauler, it's 120 damage. But our charge time takes a while with that. So we got to make sure that we don't mess up too much on this. We have to play to our strengths, and one of those things that requires is we have to play distance games a bit. So we got to keep away from him for a little while. We are going to set our ESG down to a minimum. That way we can bump him really, really hard if we need to, although he is pulling out in front of us a little bit. Not in front of us, but he's pulling past our turn. I still want to get this Mauler up to full power. A full 120 barrage is pretty significant. I want to be able to do that. He did manage to hit us with a couple of Hellbores. Nothing too dangerous, nothing too bad so far. Yeah, the shields are definitely holding. This may be, we have to turn in on this. It's too good an angle. This is already the weakened shield side. So select the Mauler. And we're at 50. Oh, we're so close to being another full power charge. We are definitely going to wait, however, until we get within a range of 5. Even if we have to fire a more powerful shield. Oh, come on, just one more. One more. There it is. Follow up disruptors. And follow up overloaded phasers within 5. Good. ESG. We're now going to run them over. And we took out most of the systems at this point. This will knock out another shield if we don't manage to pull around to his actual stern. Curl in nice and gently. Boom. Oh, it's a thing of beauty. It's a thing of beauty. 2 Mauler shots is all it took, followed up by a whole bunch of energy weapons fire, sure, but the main thing was 240 damage that he took that he just couldn't stop. You can't cause it to miss. There's just nothing you can do. An asteroid base assault? Okay, let's get involved with kind of what this ship is meant to do, which is to bomb installations. Hopefully we won't run into anything too big. We do have a heavy cruiser out there. It looks to be Klingon. Huh. Okay. So that's interesting. So apparently our enemy forces consist of a Klingon heavy cruiser as well as... Is it just a Klingon heavy cruiser? Yeah, it's a Klingon D6. I don't know why it's out here, but yeah, it's an older Klingon D6 KR. Who is not charging his shields? Oh no, this has got to be House of Korgath. House of Korgath is one of the pirate factions. They basically use Klingon ships. Yeah, why? Yeah, they're House of Korgath. Alrighty. I was wondering what that little power down sound was. That was the engine doubling being turned off. So House of Korgath ship, it's older, it's Klingon design. They're pretty much a disgraced Klingon house. Slavers and pirates and all that, even more so than the normal Klingon Empire. The Klingons in Starfleet Command / Starfleet battles are not as the honor-bound warrior race that you're more used to from TNG and DS9. They're more jerks. Much more jerks. Alrighty, so yeah, it's just him and his station. We should be able to knock this out without too much trouble at all. We'll just cruise on in here and we'll beat him over the head with heavy weapons that can't miss. Ah, Maulers. This is moderately broken, I think. Now, granted, if we fight a dreadnought, we're not going to be able to punch through. Like, that is truth. Oop, turn that off. It does take multiple salvos before we can kill a dreadnought. So we can't be too cocky. But, well, we've all seen what this thing is capable of doing. Just wait until we actually fight, like, one of the War Destroyers. We'll kill it in one shot. It's always fun, because you'll fly towards it, you'll fire your Mauler once, destroy that, then you'll kill his wingmen with your heavy weapons, and then if you're really lucky, you'll be able to kill a third using the expanding sphere generator. Disruptors, engage, please. Oh, so few disruptors. That's actually kind of a weird feeling, just how few disruptors we actually have on board now. Alright, give me a shot. Hopefully at that open shield, but I don't think he's not gonna let me keep that shot. He's also trying to run away, so we need to pick up some speed. Can I outrun you? Maybe a little bit. Yeah, he's engine doubling now, so he's really trying to get away. So we're just going to keep blinking away with disruptors. Other thing that you should probably do if you're ever fighting a Mauler, keep away from him. Don't get close, because otherwise he'll do this. That's what they'll do. Alright, Mr. Gigantic Asteroid Base with all kinds of firepower that, you know, we have to destroy. Actually, we're going to slow way down, and we're going to turn this off completely. And we're going to maximize speed time. Slow way down, I believe I said. Did I speed up when I did that? I wasn't paying too much attention. We need to charge the this thing again. It's not great for follow-up shots if you're trying to tank an asteroid base, because then you have to start finicking with the actual shield bar so that you have some defensive shields, but you're not using all your excess energy. Yeah, it's an interesting problem. Alright, full power. And get the shield bar back up to maximum. As we'll pull on in here, use our mauler at a very close range. It's actually going to be really dangerous. Zitto. And of course, as long as we're flying towards them, disruptors, just there's no reason not to be firing disruptors when you're coming in a base like this. You know, if we get a chance at all, he may blow it up all on his own. Oh, shot down 4 of them. And then he had to take a couple of missiles. Almost there. We're not a particularly fast ship. That is, we're not any slower than anybody else, but we're not super fast. Ship wasn't designed with that in mind. It was designed to do this. Well, we'll find out very shortly exactly what it was designed to do and the hilarity in which it can dish out firepower. Oh, he's about to come online with that. Get me within. Get within. 120 damage. Everything else follow up. ESG's to on. High. That didn't kill him. Oh, that didn't kill him, and that knocked down his shield. Asteroid bases are tough, are they not? Alright, that took it out. We hit him with 200 damage. That was 120 from the Mauler, plus another 80 from the expanding sphere generators, plus whatever we then dished out with the phasers itself. And that asteroid base didn't lose its phaser 4 mount at all. They are tough. Only 102 prestige, really? Next time we will probably continue to slam the planet of 210. We've almost taken it, and our brand new Scimitar, well, it is definitely proving that it has the chops to defeat the enemy. Anyway, that's actually going to do it for today's episode. Getting our brand new Dreadnought, causing some havoc along the border, and getting a little bit of help from the Klingons. Anyway, I've been Tarek. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to see a notification every time I post one of these videos, press that little bell icon, leave a comment, and I will see you all in the next episode.